Hey everyone, this is Marius, and today I'm going to show you how to get this scene with all the shadows and all the GI and all the lighting into SparkAR. So yeah, let's start. So I created this little nonsense scene, as you can see, with all the materials. All objects have quite clean UVs and everything is pretty simple, as you can see in the outliner. I only have one dome light, which acts as the HDRI for lighting all my objects, and the face from SparkAR and face reference toolkit, and just one simple camera. But I guess you don't have to have a camera, because in SparkAR we can't import them. So how do I get all these shadows and the GI right on as textures into SparkAR? So for my purpose, I'm using Redshift right now, and I guess you can also use Octane, Arnold, and even the standard renderer has like the bake objects and bake material option here. If you just select one object, and you can actually bake the material. But this is only working for the standard and physical renderer. And now I will just show you how to bake everything in Redshift. So after you created all your materials in Geo and you're fine with your lighting, you have to create a Redshift bake set. And when you click on it, and here in the attribute set panel, you can see the width and the height for the output texture map. And I guess for now I will go with 1024. Otherwise it would maybe be, I think if you go higher it actually takes a long time sometimes. So I think with this value we're good enough. So So next step is to drag every object in your scene into the objects list here. So let's lock the panel and drag the face in here and everything else. Maybe I should have renamed everything properly, but yeah, maybe next time. So the next thing is what you should do is to press bake. Then this little window pops up and you can choose your destination. I guess I'm going with the desktop right now. Maybe just textures. Okay, then AOV's default beauty, check. Range only the current frame. Actually, you could render a whole sequence when the light is changing or some objects are changing, but for now we only go with the current frame. And then the only thing you have to do is to press bake, and that will take some time. So see you in a few minutes. So after everything baked, you see in your texture folder that the bake set created all these textures, and I'm quite happy with them. So and I forgot to mention two things. First, be sure that all your normals from every geometry point in the right direction. Otherwise, if they point inwards, the bake set won't work and there will be like black textures. So yeah, be sure that everything points outwards. And the other thing is that everything you can set in the render settings will affect your bake set. So if you turn on GI brute force and radiance cache and everything else, and like the samples min max and your denoising, everything that you can set here will affect the bake set. So even if you change here from TIFF to PNG or JPEG, it will affect the output of the bake set. And I did a mistake that I didn't change it from TIFF to JPEG, so actually I have to convert it right now. So yeah, but that's no problem, because I wanted to compress it anyway manually. So yeah, let's do this. For that purpose, I always use Earthen view. Look, it's looking like that, and there you have the option to batch convert. And then I just choose my textures folder and select all my textures, add them to the batch list, and then just go into the options and maybe set the file size to about 200 maybe. I guess that's fine for now. And you could even resize everything, but we don't have to do this right now. So okay, and let's add an output folder, optimize, compressed, and start the batch. And now everything got compressed. Okay, let's see. Yeah, everything is a JPEG on it's quite small right now. Yeah, okay, perfect. So the next step would be to duplicate your scene, like save incremental, and once again maybe, yeah, and delete all your textures in here. Everything, yeah, even those, and then you should create new standard materials from the standard renderer. Go in here. Oh yeah, I just locked this panel, so you won't see anything. Go in here, turn off the reflectance and color and change it to luminance. And in here you can load every texture. So compressed, and maybe the first one, yeah. And now you can drag this onto your objects like that. And as you can see, we got our baked texture in the scene. See it without the wireframe and and I will repeat this process for every other object, and I will speed it up for you. So yeah, so I created for every object one material and an illuminance channel. I added the baked textures, and when I move my camera, you can see everything is baked perfectly and super smooth, and you can see all the shadows and have like GI and everything. The only thing is that the metallic materials are also baked with the lighting, and I guess I will fix this later in SparkAR and import it as physical based material. But yeah, I guess that's something I will fix in SparkAR. So okay, everything in Cinema 4D is perfect right now, and we can export the whole scene. So I will just add everything into one null object, call it scene, and export it as FBX with all materials embedded into the file. So yeah, I think that's good for now. Yes, okay. And I will export it, save. So now let's jump into SparkAR and drag the FBX right in your scene. And ta-da! Everything with all materials is imported perfectly. Let's scale everything down. Like this, yes. Move it a little bit more here. And there's one thing I wanted to do, and this is maybe rotate it a little bit, that we get another angle like this. Yep, I'm happy with that. So I will delete, okay, not delete it, but first we can create the face tracker and add a face mesh, and yeah, just drop the face mesh into the scene and line it up with our face reference mesh, something like that. I guess that's good. A little bit down. Yeah, that's nice. So just make our reference mesh invisible, and for this mesh we can get our face material, and ta-da, we also got our shadows and everything in here. Let's make our eyes visible, that we can see these black eyes, and yeah, here you go. You got all your materials with shadows and global illumination and lighting, everything in SparkAR, and it looks like it's super nicely rendered. Yeah, and now you can just play with it. Maybe you can rotate the scene with your head rotation, and yeah, just play with it and make cool stuff. And yeah, there was one thing I wanted to try, and that's to get these into a more like metallic look. And I will go into this material and change it to physically based. Let's see what it does. Yeah, maybe here turn on the metallic property, and then we should add an environment texture, and I will choose the same I chose for my lighting in Cinema 4D. Okay, let's see where it is. Nope. For some reason there is. Can't find it anymore. Why though? Okay, let's take this one. Nope, it's not what I wanted. Strange. Ah yeah, because we there's the emission sheet. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. It's not the exact HDR. I think I have to convert it, because otherwise I can't import it into SparkAR, but for now I think this is fine. In the texture, let's get the same texture as in the emission. Texture 3 and white. And change the roughness a little bit. And then just rotate the HDRI until it fits your needs. So yeah, I guess that would be the way I would convert the baked materials into something more like metallic. But for now, I'm actually happy with it. So yeah, I hope you liked my tutorial, and see you soon next time.